Place your Stanley Cup bets with Sports Interaction.
Is that how they told you?
That's that. They said shake the interaction around a little bit. Interaction. Obviously, before the game starts, live in play, which I have seen Jesse do.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And you can, obviously look at how your favorite players are going to perform. They have a ton of head-to-heads. We talked a little bit about it in the episode. Head-to-head matchups are very, very interesting and super even. Doing it right since 1997. Canada's sportsbook is Sports Interaction with the most competitive odds. Sports or Interaction makes it easy to deposit, play, and cash out. Join now and see all that sports betting has to offer. Head to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. That's sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. 19 plus. Please play responsibly.
I'm waiting on my Barry Trotz bet to pay out. I got the Jets.
Did you actually do it?
I got the Jets.
Oh,
I hope it pays out, baby.
Dave Bastel's like somewhere he's listening to this going, yeah.
See, I want it for Dave, but I also don't want it for Jesse.
Hey.
So, okay, getting back to the original discussion, which is how do the Lightning and Avs match up? Although it was a really great discussion.
Justus Annunen versus Andrei Vasilevsky. I pick Annunen.
So, let's go to defense. And I want to talk specifically about the head-to-head. Okay? I want to talk about the head-to-head between
Hedman
and Makar.
Oh, my God. Two pretty good players, eh?
Yeah.
Now,
who gets the most points this series?
Makar.
Without he's the betting favorite at Sports Interaction. He's got a 163. Hedman's a 216.
I think it was Lafreniere with the very not nice, very blatant headshot. Hedman in Game 6. It could be a factor. I hope it's not.
A couple other head-to-heads I want to talk to you about. Most points this series. Who's going to get it? McKinnon or Kucherov?
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Boy. Oh, baby. McKinnon.
Okay. I want to ask you guys, who do you think Sports Interaction has as a favorite, McKinnon or Kucherov? And Jesse, pick yours favorite too. Who do you think is going to get more points?
I think Kucherov.
You think Kucherov?
McKinnon.
Okay.
McKinnon's the favorite, and McKinnon's going to get more points.
They are even.
Oh,
wow. They are even. And I would have said McKinnon too, because I think the Avs rely on him more to get their points. Kucherov, look at the way Stamkos has played. Way better than the third liner he was last year.
Especially
with my God,
Kadri out and Point coming back.
Yeah.
Kadri might be back though.
Yeah, we'll
him
see.
and Cogliano are skating.
We'll see.
And okay, most series points: Landeskog versus Stamkos. Who's your favorite? And then who do you think the betting favorite is?
I think. Well, my favorite and I think the betting favorite are both Stamkos.
Okay, Jesse?
Same.
And you guys would be halfway right. Landeskog and Stamkos are tied. 1.85 on both of them.
I'm shocked.
It's a draw. I am shocked too.
Dude.
This is how evenly matched this team looks up. So I think it's going to come down to things like this. Cirelli versus Stamkos, right? It's not Cirelli versus Stamkos. Jesus.
I was like,
not Cirelli.
Good thing they don't have to play each other. It's a good matchup.
Not what I meant. Why did I say that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I want to know how. I was thinking, I don't know. Anyway, Cogliano, that line. How do they and the JT Compher line too? Mm-hmm. How do they match up against the best that Tampa can do? And by the way, we'll get to Cirelli in a second because it's Cirelli McKinnon that I was trying to say.
Yeah. Oh boy, I think Tampa has Colorado beat when it comes to depth.
How to shut? Because the question is how to shut down the best line from each team. Who's better at shutting down the other team's best line? And are you going to give that to Tampa?
Yeah, I would definitely give that to Tampa. The experience and meat of their depth, the Maroons, the Perrys. Oh, listen to me. I sound like such an old hockey man by referring to players as plurals. I just see it as better than Colorado's depth, which, does include some really good guys. Compher's a good player. Cogliano's a good player. But I'm thinking back to that. You need poise, and every team is going to make mistakes. And I think back to that friggin' brutal giveaway from Logan O'Connor in Game 4 that led to the Ryan Nugent-Hopkins goal. Jesse's got it out in front of us. I'm looking at all these guys, and none of them are bad. None of them are bad.
I see a lot of Tampa in Colorado, and I don't think Colorado should be scared because the way I look at Tampa's roster is I see a whole bunch of options all up and down the lineup. Like last episode, I was talking about how every single game it seems to be a different guy. On Saturday, it was the Stamkos game. After it was the who had the game on? The Sergachev game, the game before, and before that it was the Palat game. And Colorado comes out and they do the exact same thing because in round number 2 versus the Oilers, a couple of those were the Nichushkin games. Yeah. And then we had the JT Compher game. Yeah. And then we had the McKinnon he's going to take over. And then we have Makar whenever he wants to just dominate play, he can. And Colorado has that same depth, I think, in that on any given night, anybody in the lineup could be the guy who puts them over the edge. But
okay, let's just say, let's take the Capo Caco versus Ryan Strome thing.
Right.
And let's play... Okay, your starting lineup.
Okay.
And this is without... Do we want Brayden Point in the lineup or not?
This is daily face-off.
This is daily face-off. Do you want Brayden Point in the lineup or not?
Yes.
You want him in the lineup on this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So that moves Brandon Hagel down. Okay. So you got...
That's okay.
You got Colton, Paul, Perry, Maroon, Bellemare, and Hagel. You know, Riley Nash is technically slotted in there right now, but assuming that Point comes back.
I don't even know if he's played.
Versus Newhook, Compher, I always fuck up his name. Obe Kubel.
Obe Kubel. Yeah.
Cogliano, Helm, and Logan O'Connor. Which of those 6 are you taking?
Oh my God. I really like Alex Newhook. His problem is like there seems to be like an unrefined player.
How is your answer not Tampa immediately?
No. I prefer Tampa.
But it's not that easy.
We
saw Darren Helm step up and have a game.
He won a series.
He won a Arturi Leggett, Miko Lettinen.
Those are good. Those are the players you're expecting to.
And that lineup right there. If you're putting in Brayden Point, you might as well put in Nazem Kadri, which punches down somebody in that top 6.
Who killed the Leafs though? Nick Paul, 2 goals in Game 7. Brandon Hagel being a pain in the ass. Ross Colton, I think he scored a couple goals in that series.
He did.
You know, that's Corey Perry, I think, had 1 or 2, whatever it was. Yeah. They were a factor. You're talking about Mikko Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen's the second-line center. Mikko Rantanen should score goals. Darren Helm, who we weren't even aware was still playing, let's be honest.
He's listed. We should say he's listed as the second-line center. I don't think he's going to end up playing there.
Rantanen?
No. I don't think so.
No. Why not?
I don't think so. Because I think Kadri's coming back. It's the Stanley Cup Final. Fuck all that. Nazem Kadri.
I agree.
Coming
but
back.
You just made the... Well, I guess Nazem Kadri's a lot better than Strome. Okay. All right. That's fair with Rantanen there.
Also, with that Tampa lineup, if Point doesn't come back, I could see them running 7 and 11 again.
Yeah.
They love that.
This is the hardest series to predict in a very long time because I could see this series going to 7. I could see Colorado sweeping Tampa, and I could see Tampa sweeping Colorado. None of it would shock me. Maybe Colorado sweeping Tampa.
So the only thing that would really shock Steve is a 5-gamer.
I'd be stunned by a 5-gamer.
We're tied 1-1, and then somebody wins the next 3 games. I'm fucking shocked. I can't believe.
Oh my God!
This is the most shocking middle of the fence series I've ever seen.
Well, and I've seen a lot of people like this is the most entertaining series on paper since blah, and like I've seen 09 with Pittsburgh versus Detroit. I didn't see a lot of Vancouver versus Boston, but that series ruled. That was a lot of fun. Like, what do you?
I think people forget how good Blues Bruins was 2019. I think this is the best Stanley Cup Final since 2 years ago. Like, I don't think it's that dramatic.
It was a good final. I just don't think people cared about it as much.
It went to Game 7 and Game 6 was a bloodbath.
Yeah, but the star power, like we're talking superhumans going up against each other right now in this series.
It doesn't have the star power that this has, for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from any of those players on the Bruins or the Blues, but this is Jesus, 1 through 4, 1 through 3, and a net. Like this is just
okay. Now let's talk about the scoring part of these lineups. And let's assume everybody's healthy. So Point's back, Kadri's back. Okay. Which top 6 would you take?
Oh my God!
And that's Rantanen not included because I would expect him to be in the third line.
Move him to the wing.
Okay, move him to the wing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. I'd say Colorado's.
You would take Colorado.
I'd take Colorado's top 6.
Jesse, would you take Colorado's top 6?
Yeah, I'd take Colorado's top 6.
Really?
Yeah.
See, with Point back, and if he's not playing limping around, and here's the thing, with Point and Kadri back, you just don't know because Kadri was pretty severely injured.
You got to put Kadri with a shooter because it's his thumb, right?
Mm-hmm.
But which thumb was it? It was his right thumb. So it's not
is he
his
right?
bottom
Is he a
hand.
lefty?
No, he's a lefty.
Oh, so you could freeze that.
I don't know.
Basically tape it to your stick and hope that works.
You just never friggin' know, man. And like he hurt his hand. Did he hurt anything else? I don't. It's so impossible to predict the Stanley Cup Final based on what you see on paper because the paper is a dirty lie.
Well, yeah, as is every Stanley Cup. So we don't know what these guys are dealing with. Like that is the ultimate press conference. Everybody talks about like the injuries from their specific teams. When you hear the press conference of what the players in the finals were dealing with, it's the ultimate like, well, here's the injury list, and it's horrible.
Someone's gonna have like 14 points of the series, and I broke my foot game 75 of the season. What?
Yeah,
you did what?
I think if it's me, I'm taking Tampa's top 6. And the reason I'm taking Tampa's top 6...
Okay.
It's
Good
not,
answer.
It's not wrong.
Good answer.
No, but I'll say that you guys picked Colorado, right?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you why I picked
Both answers
Tampa.
are right, though.
They're both right.
They're both right, but I that Palat Stamkos Kucherov line,
It's clicking.
like
It's
clicking to the next level.
Yeah, there's a difference between which you'd prefer on paper and which is playing better right now.
And I think that's the best line in hockey.
They're playing better right now than Colorado because Colorado is not playing.
Is that your coldest take ever, Adam? That Steven Stamkos is washed up? As
Well, he played like he was washed up last year, but he obviously is a fucking superhuman. He's done this before. Broke his femur, made it back for the playoffs. Like he's
Scored a goal.
He's a mutant, and I regret ever doubting him.
Adam wasn't wrong in his...
In the context of the
I
time.
don't know. You said he shouldn't be captain and they should trade him.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a tough take. I can't defend that.
Considered it
Yeah.
based on the way he was playing. He's better.
Yeah.
He's better.
He came back.
He put up some of his best career numbers.
He came back better than he was pre-COVID. Like that's how fucking
true.
nuts Steven Stamkos is. Man,
Years ago-
you know what? I was fucking wrong. It's a cold take, man.
Dude, it was like, 7 years ago? We were like, Dustin Brown can't play in this league.
No, this year he was great.
He's retiring now.
Now.
And he shouldn't have retired earlier. Like, we were like, oh, Kings can't ride this out. He's a bum. It's bullshit. The sun is setting on the LA Kings. Then he proceeded to put up like another half decade of good seasons. Like, I don't know, man. Sometimes guys take a while to get over whatever they're dealing with. With Stamkos, it could be any one of 1,000 things.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Okay, let me ask you this. sportsinteraction.com/STPN, 19 plus only. Please play responsibly. Total series goals.
Well, I don't know because I could see either team sweeping each other. Sorry.
The number is set at 32.5. Okay? So it's either, is it under 32 or over 33? Okay? 32 or under 33 or more. Okay? So that works out to be, if it's a 5-game series, it's 6 goals a game. But I'm assuming they're expecting this to be a long series.
It's so 7 games, it would be 4.5 goals per game ish.
I would take the over. I'd take the over on that.
Yeah? You think it's going to be a 7-game series?
No, not necessarily, but I do think there will be lots of goals.
Here's how interesting this series lineup is. Jesse, what would you take? Over or under?
Under.
You're going to go under?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
That's a lot of goals.
it is a lot of goals. So what I find interesting about this is that the odds are almost even no matter who you bet on. So if it's the Lightning, if it's the over, it's 32.5 at 186. The under is 32.5, 184. That's how evenly matched, at least on paper, these teams are. That's crazy. We're seeing even all the way through.
Both, defense wins championships and all that. Both teams have proven they can win a series when they're not getting the best goaltending or defense out of their team.
Mm-hmm.
The Vasilevsky was a sub 900 goalie in the first round.
Right.
He was, and they won.
So, question then. Who wins the series? Make your pick.
I think greatness holds up. Tampa Three-Peats.
I think I know who Jesse's going to pick. Who you?
Colorado in 6.
I knew it.
Wow.
It was easy.
I knew it. I'm saying Tampa in 6 or 7. And the reason I'm saying that is you get one opportunity in your life to three-peat a Stanley Cup. All these guys know that. They just pulled their asses out of that Rangers series after 2 abominable games by Tampa standards.
They're going to play
They
with the
have to.
hunger of a team that's never won.
Yeah, because this is like you do this, you're remembered forever.
Yeah.
You remember forever.
They're going to play with the hunger of a team that's never won. And for them, it's a terrifying.
It's literally like 2 Stanley Cups in a row, but you get to that 3rd Stanley Cup. You're right. It's like you've never won before.
We're forgetting Patrick Maroon three-peated last year.
He did 3-peat. Patrick Maroon.
He's got a chance to
Build the
four-peat.
statue. Let's go. I love Patrick Maroon. I just hate it when he's playing the Leafs.
What are you trying to
Who
do?
do you think takes game 1?
One sec.
Okay,
I'm not
Steve's
smart
doing
enough
something.
to do this in my head.
Okay,
23.
what are you doing?
Patrick Maroon has played 91 playoff games over his streak of not losing a playoff series.
That's incredible.
Holy shit.
Yep.
And he could get up to 98. He's played more than a full regular season's worth of playoff games since the beginning of 2019. Oh my god.
The four-peat would be sick.
It would be. That's pretty cool.
Right? What are the odds?
Like give him something for that. The Patrick Maroon Award. I don't know what you call it. The Patrick Maroon Award for
Four sweeps?
right place,
Well,
right time. No.
So I have seen that people are cheering for him to win this because it would put him 1 away from Maroon 5.
Oh, I hate it, but I love it.
We also on the line is the Corey Perry, Marian Hossa hat trick. So Corey Perry's been in the Stanley Cup Finals 2 times in a row. Marian
3
Hossa
now.
did it. Yeah, now it's 3. Marian Hossa did it 3 times in a row. And the last one, he finally won the cup with Chicago.
He lost,
Guys,
won.
the Lightning have to win.
So Corey Perry lost. Does he get the Marian Hossa hat trick where he gets the Stanley Cup on the 3rd try?
It's nothing. It's a dream, like for me, like, you know, because there's nothing but great stories.
Mm-hmm.
There's just nothing but, like, Colorado. It might not seem like the greatest thing that, they've never won, but like you get to tell every player's story intimately, and like Colorado has a bunch of guys who are gonna be in the Hall of Fame, and you sort of need it.
You need the cup to cement your legacy. And I think
Yeah.
if Colorado wins, the storylines for them are Kadri, McKinnon, Makar. Because I think the Kadri is the comeback from Toronto and all that stuff, and the injury and all that. And then the
suspension last year too.
and then the suspensions and everything. So, and the McKinnon-Makar storyline is, hey, here's your crown. Like, you are now in that next tier of NHL superstar. You are on your way to the Hall of Fame. We are crowning you with this cup. Welcome to the club.
Especially McKinnon.
Yeah, McKinnon especially, but Makar's got to be in that conversation as well. So, no matter who wins this, it's such a great Stanley Cup final.